fact, we have a Bengaluran from Austin town, Nixon. Nixon, what do you have to say about what's happening here?
See, it's very unfortunate that, none of the police officials have reached the spot. And at least, by this time, police should have booked at least the chairman of the institution, that is Rustam Kerawala. He should have been taken into custody until unless the other culprits are identified. Because he is fully aware of everything, what has happened inside the institution and who are the culprits. And they are, just, hiding and trying to hush up the case. And immediately, the police and the Home Minister should take Rustam Kerawala into custody, and he should be, kept in judicial custody until unless the other culprits are identified. And thereafterwards, then when the other culprits are identified, he can be released. And this promise can be made to the parents once the Commissioner or the Home Minister addresses the crowd there. And I wish that, immediately the police commissioners should, take Rustam Kerawala into custody. There is some, game going on between the officials and the school authorities.
Do you think because he is rich and powerful that the police are not willing to do anything?
See, this is really ridiculous. I think after 10 days and still, people are, trying to hush up the case, and they have not, come out with any kind of investigation truth. And this is something, which is not acceptable, I tell you. And because of this, most of the other institutions, the parents will be frightened to send their children to school. And they are very much frightened now. What will happen next to my child, in which school, and what will happen, nobody knows. So this is today's status. And I wish that, Rustam Kerawala to be immediately taken into custody until unless he will provide all the clues. Once he is into the custody, you might have seen in one of the cases even in Delhi, some, I don't remember exactly, and the senior most person of that aviation industry was taken into custody due to some scandal, and he has been kept in the jail, and later on only he has come out with the bail, and he has settled all the amount to the shareholders. All that some issues came up like that. Rustam Kerawala to be immediately taken into custody.
Right, Nixon. Thank you very much for speaking to News 9. We have another Bengaluran from Neil Sandra, Pramila. Pramila, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, what do you have to say about what's happening over there? Because in this case, the police commissioner has decided not to turn up.
Yes, sir. They have to hand over the culprit to the public, sir. We'll take care of them. We'll punish the culprit. At least once we have to punish these kind of people, then only others will have this care to touch any women, sir, any women in Bangalore.
All right, Pramila.
Police, nobody can help us out, sir, I'm telling you. This is only public can decide. Public has to take initiation. Otherwise, like this, 6 years, 17 years, and many women will be spoiled in Bangalore. Not only in Bangalore, across India.
Right, Pramila, thank you very much for speaking to us. In fact, we do understand the angst of the people over here. We do understand what she was also saying, that hand them over to the public, but then there is a system of law in this country and the law must take its own course. But why the people are extremely angry over here is that ultimately justice is not served. When justice is not served or delayed, it's equal to justice being denied. In fact, senior police officials themselves have stated that we have enough laws to deal with all such cases, but there's no use if punishment is not served. Basically, when there's no threat of punishment, there's no use of having all the laws that we have. seems to be some sort of trouble over there, problem. We just saw MLA Arvind Limbavali walking towards the protest. We're not too sure if the people are not happy with him being over there, because we must remember that he represents the opposition. He's an MLA from the opposition party, the BJP, in the state. We're not too sure if the people are happy with that or are unhappy with that, because many of them do not want this to be politicized. In the morning itself, we heard what many parents stated. They've come there, they want answers. They do not want the entire issue to be politicized. They want action. They don't want politicians to take control of this particular step. In fact, to discuss more about this, I'm joined by my colleague Arun. Arun, what do you think is happening over there? Because we saw Arvind Limbavali being pushed towards the police. He's come to stand there now.
Somebody is trying to earn brownie points, political brownie points. Remember, on the day the incident got reported and there was a small gathering of parents who had wanted a face-to-face with the chairman. At that point of time itself, you saw the ex-MLA of that area, BJP MLA, Nandish Reddy, being present. So is the BJP trying to fish in troubled waters? Are they trying to score some kind of brownie points in this process, trying in the guise of helping the parents? We will have to wait and watch, but clearly there is a lot of angst against the school management. The way they've handled it is anything but acceptable. Remember, there are very, very vital issues that are getting thrown up. One is what happens to the child.
Now, Arun, before you proceed with that, Nandish Reddy being over there can make sense, even if he's a former MLA. Because
he's a BJP MLA. He's a BJP MLA. So probably
even that, a former MLA, one of his child studies in that school. But for a current sitting MLA from the opposition, Arvind Limbavali coming over there,
maybe
that
to express solidarity,
questions.
Because remember, Nandish Reddy happens to be from the same party as is Arvind Limbavali. Apart from the fact that he's probably coming there to express solidarity, there is a point that they're trying to drive home about that. There is some, one can't completely write that off. There is some window of opportunity of political opportunism available for the BJP.
Remember, they always fish in troubled water.
Obviously, that's the right phrase. But given the fact that the BJP is going in the assembly hammer and tongs at the government, there's been non-stop trouble in the assembly as far as the ruling Congress party is concerned. Probably this is the right occasion. That's what the BJP has felt. That's why you are seeing sitting MLA joining force, trying to say that he is supporting the parents.
In fact, what the people are over there shouting and screaming is that they said that they do not want to wait more. They want the commissioner to come there, because the commissioner was informed well in advance that they will be there. He assured them that he would be at the HAL police station to accept a memorandum, but still he did not want to come there initially. He said that he would not come. Finally, the senior officer Sharad Chandra along with Kamal Pant then spoke to the commissioner and assured them that he was on their way. Now it's a good 20 odd minutes. They're still waiting. They're very agitated over there, because unlike for others, time is important. They have spoken to the commissioner. The commissioner also believes in time. The commissioner knows the importance of time. If one has to go and meet the commissioner, it's only between so and so in time, between 3 and 5 normally. Same way, as time is important for the commissioner, the people over here believe that for them also time is important. They are very agitated, very angry that a commissioner is not over here. They want answers from him, not from his deputies. You can clearly see many of them arguing with Kamal Pant, who is the additional commissioner, law and order. They want answers, a lot of answers from the commissioner. In fact, we have another Bengalorean from Neel Sandra, Ravi. Ravi, what do you have to say about what all is happening in the city and also in Karnataka?
Hi, firstly, I'm from Nakkundi. But then the reason why I've actually called up is, there are a couple of things that I want to bring up, Mr. Chairman of Vidya, if he really was a person who was responsible and is wanting to provide quality education along with safety, then first question to ask is saying that, why was the whole incident kept under wraps for a period of 10 to 11 days? First question. question is, if the chairman already knows and if the staff already has, CCTV cameras already around there, does it really take 10 days to, keep things, to get the recordings and then, provide it to the police? Third is that, why did they even try and keep the entire incident under wraps? Is it just for purely saving the reputation of the institution? If that is the case, what happens to the safety and what happens to the safety of the other children who were there in the school?
Right.
And, along with this, right, the fourth question that I'd like to obviously pose is saying that, obviously these kind of acts, from the accused, who's gone ahead and then, done the unthinkable act, along with the fact that, the institution, trying to put up these, incidents under wraps, makes people and makes parents think. I am also a parent. I also have a 2-year-old. And now these kind of things, make us think, saying that, should we really put our daughters and children in schools which has co-education, along with people and staff where there are men who are employed in the institution? These kind of incidents will also make us think and make us, move towards a era where we would like to put our daughters into schools where you have only pure women staff only.
Right. Right, thank you very much. In fact, he has thrown a lot of important points.
Nolan, just a few points you will have to remember. See, it looks at this point of time that perhaps the child was traumatized. There is a point that he has got saying that yes, it took 12 days, 14 days for the incident to be reported. But remember, prima facie, the first person to have reported about the incident would have been the child herself, the victim itself. And the victim could have perhaps been under trauma.
She was under trauma.
She would not have been in a position to comprehend what has happened to her. She would have felt it extremely disgusting and she would have shied away from telling it even to her mother. When things perhaps reached a point beyond which it could not be sustained by the child, she broke it open with the mother. So you can't fault the parents or the child. The second thing about the CCTV camera, we don't know where the footage is, whether the footages have been given to the police. Also, perhaps it's a wild speculation I'm making, but what if the CCTV camera where the incident really took place, that room or whatever, was switched off? The rest of the school,
there was no CCTV camera in the room. It was in the common path. That's what the police have actually secured. In fact, Arun, I'll come back to that, but another Bengalorean from Ejipura, Mary, go ahead. What do you have to say about what's happening here?
Firstly, I would like to say that, it is very much horrible and a very pathetic situation and a condition for a small child of 6 years old. A child will not really come to know what is happening to her. It is such a mental trauma for her to take up such a pain. And moreover, I would like to say that, it is a very shameful for Indians that, it is, where is a law and order? Where is the constitution? What does the constitution does on this?